What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My name's Brent. You guys are here hanging out with me while I watch the show that I should have watched 30 years ago. Today, I'm watching Season 5, Episode 10, Tragedy of Telepaths. My prediction from last week is that this episode was going to be along the lines of Byron and his people hold up down there and down below, and yeah, they're just going to be down there, and the station people, I floated the idea they're going to call Bester, and Bester's going to come in and break them up, and in the end it's going to wind up like the Marcab, like they're all just decimated. That's the tragedy of the telepaths, like they're all decimated, and this is really the end of the telepath war because, my god, could it please be over and we be done with Byron and all of this kind of stuff and actually get on to stuff like Londo and the things we really care about. So that's my prediction. Is that what really happens? I don't know. We're about to find out. I've got a good feeling that's probably where it's going, though. Is that a bad feeling? Maybe a good feeling. Whatever. You guys know. Hey, listen, while you guys are here, please like, subscribe, share this video. While you comment down below, please do comment down below. We do try to read them all. Just remember, no spoilers. We have no idea what's happening after this particular episode. So yeah, let's keep that spoiler free as we rocket towards the end here of our first watch of Babylon 5. All right, with that, why don't we go ahead and jump into this episode, Tragedy of Telepaths.
My first CO once told me, when someone asks you why you took on a job, the worst answer you can give is, because a friend asked me to. I should have listened. This place is
Sheridan's
one
a
long
friend now.
exercise in frustration.
You know,
After
she's
I denied
waking up.
permission to the telepaths who came here
Sorry,
asking.
she's going to do a whole thing. She's waking up normal. I remember a few times we saw Ivanova waking up in the morning and she just got up like perfectly done straight out of the makeup trailer and hair trailer. She's looking a little bedheady. I like seeing more normal stuff like that. Okay. Is this the recap for people who haven't seen up to this point? Like, we're just trying to get everybody caught up for the events of this episode?
In frustration. After I denied permission to the telepaths who came here asking to form a colony, President Sheridan overrode my decision. Now they've walled themselves up in Brown Sector. I hear they may go on a hunger strike until they receive the homeworld they've demanded in return for not revealing everyone's secrets. It'd be nice if Sheridan could get into this, but he's up to his ears dealing with ambassadors who are getting bushwhacked by unknown parties that have been turning their shipping lanes into killing zones and have started blaming each other. And they're not exactly happy about the telepaths having found out most of their secrets. For now, they're more worried about the attacks, which represent a money problem.
Didn't we hear in last episode, it was the cold open that didn't do anything for me, right? We heard in the last episode that there were some issues with the shipping lane folks. They briefly mentioned it again here. My spidey senses are tingling. This is going to be something. The shipping. Oh, and the bad guys, the Drakh on the Centauri, weren't they hiding their shipping manifests? Is that all connected? Is that who's actually doing it? Oh, that would be just like them. The Drakh are and the minions, the friends of the shadows, like their whole thing was stirring up trouble between people. So they're stirring up trouble between these folks. Oh god, 1,000% that's who's doing this, right? Okay, let's go.
What they don't know, because I haven't told them yet, is that we think some of the telepaths got out before they closed off Brown 12. They could be anywhere on the station by now. X factors in this whole equation. The God's honest truth is, I don't think we're gonna get out of this without a lot of dead people on the deck.
She's calling Bester.
Maybe a whole lot of dead people.
She's calling Bester. That's the solution nobody's gonna like. 1,000%.
Message destination.
Bester, Psycor.
Put a header on the channel interface in case he's not
Put
available.
the crown back on my head. It fits
tell him,
rather nicely.
Tell him Captain Elizabeth Lockley called, and tell him we need his help.
Need his help. There it is. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Nailed it. There's not much more to say other than that. Look, you've been with me for 5 seasons now. 4.5 seasons anyway. You know how this works. You know how good I am. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I'm so glad because I really hope I'm right that this is the end of the whole telepath war and Byron's gone after this episode. I just cannot wait to get rid of that guy. All right, let's do it. I like the opening voiceover with Lockley. I like this whole thing. It really puts us in her mindset. She needs, I think, as much screen time as she can possibly get. She is so Nicole DeBoring this. She knows she's here for 1 season and 1 season only. Like, she's not getting more work than this. She does not have the time to endear herself to us as the rest do. I'm glad to get that from her. So also explain to everybody at home who hasn't been following along because they're on TNT now, and TNT has a bunch of new viewers, people who haven't watched them since season 1. So I get it. I'm with it.
Right now, even though we are not at war with anyone, our production of war material has increased. 15%. Why?
Well, with everyone now on the same side, perhaps you're planning to invade yourselves for a change. I find the idea curiously appealing. Once you finish killing each other, we can plow under all the buildings and plant rows of flowers that spell out the words, "Too annoying to live," in letters big enough to be seen from space. Would you like some spoo? It's fresh.
Oh, Spoo!
Get that away from me. I don't even know where you got it.
I saw it on a tray heading into the south end of the palace. I assume no one would mind if I took it.
That's right. Only Narns can stomach it fresh.
Well, if that's true and I'm the only Narn in the palace, then where was it going?
He's not the only one there. Oh, they got prisoners? They still have prisoners from the war?
Where was it going?
How do I know? Do I look like a chef to you?
What's in the south end of the palace?
The memorial gardens, the old living quarters, mostly shut down now, have been for years, and
Oh, you just
the
realized something.
underground cells.
Oh.
Take me there. Now.
Yeah. Wow.
Is there someone here?
That's Hoth. Whoa! She's
doing here?
dead.
Did they get you as well?
Is this old Nathoth? Or is this a new Nathoth?
Over.
Is this new Nathoth or a new Nathoth? Or old Nathoth?
Narn is free, Nathoth.
Doesn't mean they won.
We stand now as one among equals.
They put me here because I was not sufficiently entertaining.
This is not the same Nathoth we saw the last time we saw her, which is good.
Over 2 years ago, she was my aide, Molare, and my friend. You knew her.
Get her out.
You spoke to her. What is she still doing here?
I had no idea. She was probably just forgotten.
Forgotten?
Can't be forgotten they were feeding her.
You put her in this cell.
I didn't
You
put
chained
her
her
in
to the wall and then simply forgot that she was here. The war is over. Why is she still here?
These things happen.
That's a bad excuse. That's a bad excuse.
It was a mistake.
And now we are going
To correct it. Yes.
this mistake.
Right now. Immediately.
Order her release at once.
So I can't do that.
Don't you
Why?
tell me you can't do that. You're Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister cannot issue an order countermanding the word of the Emperor. That would be treason, punishable by death. Only the Regent can do that. And I don't think that we can count on his support. And there is nothing I can do.
There's something
There is something we can do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Find it and you will do it.
Yeah, this is old Londo
One way
here.
or another, we will leave here with Nathoth.
Why is it that we always break up our history by the wars, not the years of peace? The 100 Years' War, the War of 1812, the first 3 world wars, the Dilgar War, the War of the Shining Star, the Minbari War, the Shadow War. Why the war, not the peace? Because it's exciting. And because on some level, people like to see something big fall apart and explode from the inside out. And right now, John, we're that something.
I think Garibaldi makes a good point there.
Take me to him.
Hello, Captain. I regret that we should meet again under the...
How much you want to bet Lockley is some sort of a telepath? Like this is what was meant for Ivanova, and Lockley's coming in and take it over. So she's got to have some sort of telepathic connection to these folks.
these circumstances.
Well, that makes 2 of us.
There's nothing you can say that will make them leave, Captain.
Why did you let me come here? Why did you agree to see me?
To say goodbye. While you have not gone out of your way to be kind to us, you have been fair, and that requires comment, especially since I have the feeling that this is the last time we will see one another.
Because it's the end of the telepath situation. Yeah! Did he just do something and shaking her hand?
Someone is hitting your people and leaving material they hope will implicate the rest of you.
Yep.
Someone is trying to divide the alliance, sow distrust, make you lash out at each other. I had Mr. Garibaldi do a complete examination of those 2 pieces. They weren't blown off a ship. They were cut off. The edges are too smooth. They planted them where they knew you would find them, hoping for exactly this reaction. But who would do that? I don't know.
Shadows.
But I do know that blaming each other right now is the worst thing that we could do. Together we can figure this out. But if we start fighting each other, there won't be enough pieces left to work it out.
We ask you to give us just a little more time. We are gathering as much information as we can, as fast as we can. But it still takes time.
Any ship that crosses Drazi space without proper authorization will not survive the mistake.
That's fair. It's better than what he was just saying, though, a minute ago. But that's fair. That's legit. He's not being held.
He's here.
Who?
Bester. What do? We can't let them take Byron, and we can't be captured by Psychor.
There is another alternative. We can fight back.
But Byron said...
Byron is trapped. He can't even help himself. We have to do for ourselves now, for our own good and for his. We may be his only hope. The only hope of our kind. I know where there are weapons. Come on.
I honestly thought he was going to talk about, like, have everybody commit suicide. That's how they're going to prevent Bester from taking
I take
them
it
back.
this is the place.
If you can get them out safely, they're yours.
I'll do whatever I can not to hurt them. You forget, we're more the same than we're different.
We're still in that, they don't realize they're actually the same. Like, between the telepaths and the humans, the normals, they're more the same than they are different. Still don't get it.
Byron, there. I know it started. I didn't want this to happen, Nita. They're killing in my name.
I will tell you a true thing, Jakar. Getting her out of there, the danger, I found it most exhilarating. I also have worked up quite an appetite. I think I shall go get something to eat. And you?
Not hungry.
I like seeing Londo in a window with Jakar. That's cool.
Goodbye, Natoth.
Aww. So I want you to take everything I said was going to happen this week, cut it in half, and move half of that to next week, because next week's when we're going to end the war. We're all set up for it now. The whole thing with Londo and Jakar and Toth, I said that's the compelling part of all this. The Bester stuff actually was kind of cool. I dug that. Byron and the telepaths was just Yawn City. I still don't know what to make of the fact that they let Lockley in, though. There's a lot to go through with this. Hey, listen, you want to come back on Monday, make sure you catch Jeff and mine's full thoughts as we break down this episode. We dive deep down into it. We're not going to break it down. We're just going to dive deep into it. We're going to search out some messages. I'm on messages this week, so let's see what I can come up with. And yeah, it's going to be our show for today. So, hey, listen, thank you guys so much for being here, and make sure you like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Share the video. No comments down below. We'll see you back here on Monday. And until then, take care, guys.